What's going on, beautiful people? Machiavelli Mills TV. So a few days ago, I made a video discussing how LeBron James is a better basketball player than Kobe Bean Bryant ever was, the late, great Kobe Bean Bryant. And when I made my argument, I wasn't trying to slight Kobe Bean Bryant. I wasn't trying to be denigrating to the brother at all. I simply stated what I feel is fact, right? I laid out my argument with statistics. I laid out my argument with different points, so on and so forth. And I expounded upon those points and gave you anecdotal situations, so on and so forth. You had a brother, and not even just one brother, several people came into my comment section refuting that point, saying that they feel like Kobe is a better overall player. That's fine, right? A brother can say how he feels. I don't get mad if a person disagrees with me. I don't do anything like that, right? However, I do assess what another person's argument is, or what their argument is. One individual came into my comment section and told me that Kobe Bean Bryant is a better overall basketball player than LeBron James because he has 5 championships to LeBron James's 4. And he basically told me that championships are what matters most when we get to talking about all-time great players. Championships is what defines a player and what matters most. Well, brother, if that's the case, I believe you would agree when I say that the finals of the finals MVP of those championship runs matter as well, right? Those matter just as much. The NBA Finals MVP trophies matter just as much as getting a chip, because the NBA Finals MVP dictates who was the best player in the finals series, right? And for that three-peat that the Lakers had, which Kobe Bryant got his first 3 NBA championships, I'm gonna ask y'all, who was the finals MVP during those first 3 championships? Because it wasn't Kobe Bean Bryant. It wasn't Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal was the MVP of the finals because he was the best player on that Lakers team, hands down. It was not close. It wasn't. Shaq is the most dominating force we've ever seen in this league. Ever. Especially in the modern era. We've never seen nothing like that. And Shaq was a brute. He was physically imposing. He was dominant all across the board, which is why he was the finals MVP. He was the best player during those championship runs, right? Now let's compare that to LeBron James. The brother told me, well, LeBron got 4 and Kobe only got 5. LeBron James, on the other hand, has 4 NBA Finals MVPs. Every time he won the chip, he was the Finals MVP because he was the best player on every team that he's been on during the championship runs. During the final series, he was always the best player on that team. There was no question in it. Even when he won with AD, when he won the most recent chip with the Lakers. Yeah, AD was great, but AD had a game where he had like 16, 17 points. LeBron was 20-something every game. He was the constant. He was the constant when he won in Miami. He was the constant when he won in Cleveland. He led the team in every statistical category when he won the chip in 2016 against the 73-9 Golden State Warriors. He led between both teams. He led the teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. That is fantastic. That is amazing, right? And again, it's not taken away from anything that Kobe Bryant did. He was an amazing, outstanding player as well. But what I'm trying to make the case that if you're going to use championships as your sole basis for judging the 2 players, you got to take into account who won the Finals MVP. Because Kobe didn't win he didn't win the Finals MVP until Shaq was long gone. Okay? Because Shaq was the best player on that team. So, all that, brother, come on, man. That's not a good point. It's not a good point to make. Basketball is a team game for one. But that Finals MVP will always tell who the dude was. Who the dude was on those chips. LeBron led his team to 4 championships. Now, you can say, well, he played with this guy and that guy. But when it came down to it, LeBron was the man in every one of the chips. Every one. He was the man, the dude. Kobe Bryant was a great player during them championships run, but Shaquille O'Neal was the dude for those first 3 chips. And if you disagree with that, brother, either you're drunk, you're high, you're stupid, or a combination of all 3. I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, the thing about this though, and a lot of people, Kobe Bryant fanatics don't understand this. A lot of Michael Jordan fanatics use Kobe Bean Bryant as a buffer between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. They stick Kobe in between there to say, where there's no way LeBron can even be number 2 or even be anything close to Michael Jordan anyway, because Kobe Bean Bryant is ahead of LeBron. LeBron not even ahead of Kobe. And again, once again, I'll tell you all right now, you're lying to yourself. Okay? The brother was a better overall player than Kobe Bryant ever was. That's not to say that Kobe wasn't great. He was a great, all-time great. But he couldn't do the same thing that LeBron James could do. I'm just sorry. And I told y'all before, you place Kobe Bean Bryant on that 06-07 Cleveland Cavaliers team, they maybe not making it out the second round. They probably not making it out the second round. They're not beating the Detroit Pistons with Kobe at the helm for that Cleveland Cavaliers team. With LeBron, they did, and they won all those games, and they went to the finals. With the YMCA League, Sasha Pavlovich, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Donyell Marsh. I know y'all gonna say Big Z was an all-star. Let's be real, man. I watch basketball. I'm not just a young kid that just sit here with Similac on my breath. Big Z was an all-star by default because in the Eastern Conference, the centers weren't that great and that imposing outside of Dwight Howard. All right, outside of Dwight Howard, and at that time Shaq was getting older, but Shaq, and at that time, 06, 07, was Shaq still in Miami, or did he go transition to Phoenix? I'm not sure. Phoenix was after that. No, wait. Shaq was still in Miami at that time. But during those time periods, like Big Z, he wasn't dominating and physically imposing. LeBron led the team with Sasha Pavlovich, Donyell Marshall, Anderson Varejao, Damon Jones, Eric Snow, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, Boobie Gibson. I think I said Boobie already. Ira Newble, guys like that. Kobe losing to them Detroit Pistons for sure in the second round, right? But it's not to say that Kobe wasn't a great player. But again, a lot of Kobe Bryant fanatics don't recognize the game that a lot of Michael Jordan fanatics try to play by propping Kobe up right beneath Mike. And it's not true. Kobe Bryant wasn't anything close to Michael Jordan. LeBron James is number 2, without question. But to say Kobe Bryant is like right there with Jordan, no, he's not. He's not. It's the reason why, because the brothers will tell me Kobe was the best player in the league for years. If that's the case, brother, no disrespect. Why the brother only got one regular season MVP? It is not because of that situation in Colorado. People are going to point to the year when he averaged like 36 or something like that when they didn't even make the playoffs that year. Again, the year when Kobe Bryant averaged 35, 36, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs that year. Okay? So, all of that, no, right? But yeah, they don't even recognize the game that a lot of Michael Jordan fanatics be playing. They only propping Kobe up to get LeBron up out the way. That's it. And a lot of Kobe Bryant fans are fanatics are disingenuous because a lot of them feel like Kobe is better than Mike. They will make an argument that LeBron is nowhere near close to Michael Jordan, but they'll make the argument that Kobe is better than Michael Jordan. How the fuck is that possible when the brother got 2 finals MVPs and 1 regular season MVP? It's no way. There's no way you can argue that, brother. You're drunk, you're high, you're stupid, you're a combination of all 3. I'm sorry. Okay? Not to say Kobe wasn't a great player. He's a pantheon great. He's one of the best difficult shot makers I ever watched in my life. But you cannot sit there and watch them 2 games and watch Kobe and watch Mike and say Kobe was just as good as Mike. Yeah, the brother mimicked his moves. He tried to, and again, a lot of this Kobe was a great difficult shot maker who could be a great scorer, who was also a hero ball player that y'all don't want to talk about. He played a lot of hero ball. And he took a lot of bad shots, but he also tried to mimic Michael Jordan to the way he talked, how he walked, how he chewed gum, certain cadences in his speech, how he would say the game of basketball like Michael Jordan would. He was trying to be a carbon copy of him in every sense of the word. Even though LeBron wore the number 23, did the chalk toss, but he wasn't trying to talk and walk and embody Michael Jordan the same way Kobe Bean Bryant was. And people look at that and say, oh, he had to be close to Mike because he scored a lot of points. He won 5 chips. And he did the similar moves that Michael Jordan did. No, I'm talking about the impact on the game, impact on winning. Kobe Bryant's impact on winning was not the same thing as Michael Jeffrey Jordan's. I can argue. I can argue. LeBron James' impact on winning was greater than Kobe Bryant's. Why do I say that? Because from 2007 to 2018, if you had LeBron James on your team, you were going to win 53 to 60 games, and you were going to make a deep run into the playoffs, or you were getting to the championship. Okay? Now, in that window, 07 to 2018, Kobe Bryant won 2 championships, 1 back-to-back. I'm not going to refute that. But it was times the Lakers didn't make the playoffs in them times. It was times that they got swept in the second round, so on and so forth. Now, LeBron got swept in the finals in 07 against the San Antonio Spurs, for sure. He lost in 2001, a chip he should not have lost to the Dallas Mavericks, for sure. But I can say we agree. In 07, man, we could have saw that sweep against San Antonio coming a mile away. Okay? But nonetheless, like, let's not act like when you had LeBron on your team, you knew you were a championship contending squad. Okay? You knew you were a championship contending squad. And it was almost like it was a given for the most part. Like, you had a dude on your squad. If you added him with another dude, y'all were going to go to the finals more than likely. For sure. LeBron if LeBron scored 40 or 50, it dictated winning. They were going to win that game for the most part. From 07 to 2018, LeBron scoring 50, 40 something, they were going to win that game. You can't argue that. Dude, LeBron went to what, 10 straight finals, 10 straight finals, some shit like that? That's unheard of. I don't care, he lost. Yeah, he lost. But in all LeBron's finals appearances, LeBron was a favorite to win in like 2 of those finals. 2 or maybe 3. 3 or 2. No more than that. In all the finals appearances he made, he was only the finals favorite in 2 or 3 of those chips. When the Lakers won, shit, especially with Shaq, it was a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. They almost ran the fucking table one year. Outside of them losing to Allen Iverson in 01, that first game at Staples, they almost ran the table, almost won all their games. All their games because, yes, Kobe was playing outstanding, but he had that motherfucker down in the hole. The most dominating force we ever seen, Shaquille O'Neal. All right? And we can argue that Shaq would have kept up, stayed in shape, and took the game as seriously as far as like health-wise and conditioning, the same way Kobe Bryant took his conditioning or LeBron James took his conditioning. Shit, Shaq might be number 2 or 3 on the list of all-time greatest NBA players. For sure. For sure, bro. Like, y'all gotta knock it off, man. Shaq was out here won a scoring title as a big man. I think he won a scoring title one time as a big man. I think he led the league in scoring one time. I got to make sure. I don't know. I got to go back and make sure. But Shaq was out here putting up video game numbers. Video game, and nobody couldn't do shit with dude. It was a given. He finna go out here and kill these dudes. And there wasn't nothing you could do. I can argue if LeBron James played with Shaquille O'Neal and was coached by Phil Jackson, shit, Bron might won 4 or 5 of them bitches. Okay? He might won 4 or 5 of them. Because Shaq and LeBron combination, like a Shaq and Kobe combination, is lethal. But I can argue even more lethal because LeBron had a better understanding of the game of basketball and how to play the game the right way compared to Kobe Bean Bryant. As great as Kobe Bean Bryant was, an all-time great player, one of the best at making difficult shots outside of Steph Curry. A lot of times Kobe got sucked into playing hero ball. He took a lot of bad shots, okay? In the Game 7 of the NBA Finals against Boston, he shot 6 of 24. If LeBron James shoots 6 of 24, y'all putting him on a crucifix and killing the brother, okay? 6 of 24 is abysmal. And if it wasn't for Ron Artest, a.k.a. Meta World Peace, they don't win that series. They don't win that damn chip. Ron hit 2 big threes to stretch the lead out against Boston. Like crazy. Y'all remember because y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. People argue about Ray Allen saving LeBron and all that shit. I know with my own 2 eyes. Ron Artest saved Kobe Bean Bryant in that game because Kobe was 6 of 24. Y'all can mention the 15 rebounds all you want to. If LeBron shoots 6 of 24 and have 15 rebounds, y'all gonna discredit him and say he better get that. He missing all them damn shots. He better get them rebounds. Y'all gonna say that ain't shit but stat padding. But then when Kobe shoots 6 of 24 and get 15 rebounds, now we gotta applaud him for getting 15 boards? Fuck out of here. No, I'm not doing it. Right? Again, and I can say Shaq was better than any player LeBron ever played with at any point in his career. better than Anthony Davis, better than Dwayne Wade at the time. Outside of Dwayne Wade first year with the Heat, Dwayne declined after that. Significantly declined. Even the best player LeBron James played with in a 1-2 punch for real, night in, night out, you can more than likely rely on to be especially healthy at that time in his career was Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie ain't come close to the dominant force that Shaquille O'Neal was. Chris Bosh ain't come close to that. Right? Ain't none of them dudes came close to where Shaq was. That's what I'm saying. LeBron got Shaq and a coach like Phil, over with. Over with, boy. But again, people make this argument. Kobe Bryant was a better clutch player than LeBron James. Was he really, though? Was he really? The statistics shows LeBron James hit way more clutch shots than Kobe Bryant. Way more. Way more. You know what it is? Kobe wasn't a better clutch player than LeBron James. He just lacked the conscience in the clutch. Meaning he wasn't afraid to fail. He wasn't afraid to shoot the big shot. That's what it was. But Kobe is like a 30% shooter in the clutch. On my mama's mama. You can look that shit up. He's like a 30% shooter in the clutch. That is horrible. Horrible. But in people's mind, because Kobe looks mean and he talks shit and he talk about being an alpha dog and he beats his chest and has similar signature moves like Michael Jordan, that they have it in their mind he's more clutch than LeBron. No, he's not. He's not, right? And again, Kobe fans try to act like he was nipping on the heels of Michael Jordan's greatness, and that's not true. It's not. LeBron James is better than Kobe. And I got Mike better than LeBron, even though I didn't even watch Mike, because the only time I remember Mike playing was in 98 when I was 5. But other than that, I remember watching Kobe and all them Lakers runs. I remember who was the fucking dude on them first 3 teams, and it was Shaquille O'Neal. Not to mention, because everybody gonna talk all that alpha talk. Oh, he's a top dog. He's a winner, and he is a guy who's all about winning in the clutch. He's a guy who's always, he has the will to win. And I always tell y'all, where was that will to win when they got swept against Dallas the year after they won a championship? Where was that will to win when Kobe and the Lakers lost a 3-1 lead? They lost a 3-1 lead against Phoenix. 3-1. Okay? I don't give a fuck who was over there on Phoenix team. Oh, Steve Nash was over there. Oh, Amari Stoudemire. Oh, Sean Marion, The Matrix, Barbosa. I don't give a fuck who was over there. You up 3-1, you better close that shit. To close that series out. That's the rule. You got 1 more game to win. You let them boys win 3 more games. I'm not trying to hit it. Then Kobe got so mad because the media was telling him he was shooting way too much, shooting bad shots. He got so mad the brother stopped shooting. So where was the will to win then? He stopped shooting against Phoenix, okay? Where was the will to win? When he was playing against the Detroit Pistons, and Tayshaun Prince locked him up and had him in Sing Sing, had him in solitary confinement, had that brother locked up, they won't let him out, no. I remember that, right? And LeBron has had his failures too, because there wasn't no fucking way J.J. Barea supposed to lock him up and had them Jason Terry supposed to get to him. That was in LeBron's mind, and he had a meltdown, and it was a choke job. I'm going to always admit LeBron choked against the Dallas Mavericks, right? But outside of that, all the other shit he played, he came to hoop. The other dudes the other team was just better. Now, he didn't shoot particularly well in 07 against the Spurs. He didn't shoot well against the Spurs in 07. That shit was just, he didn't shoot well in that one. But other than that, he came to hoop every time. It's just the other teams was better, right? But they talk about all that will to win stuff. Where was the will to win when they lost a 25-point lead against the Boston Celtics? When the Boston Celtics first won their chip in 08. Kobe and the Lakers lost a 25-point lead in the finals game. And then in the final game, they got blown out by like 39 points in a game 6 of 2008 NBA Finals. They got blown out by like 39 points. Okay, so where was the will to win then? All that, he got the will to win. I hear you, but I don't hear you. Because I was watching with my own 2 eyes what really happened during that time and during that time of play, right? But again, Kobe was an all-time great player. All-time great. Hit difficult shots. But he wasn't an efficient player. He took a lot of bad shots, like I said before. So, all of that, man, if Kobe didn't have Phil Jackson and a dominant low-post player, Kobe Bryant did not make the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs if he didn't have a dominant low-post presence and Phil Jackson's, let alone the damn final, let alone the finals or win the chip. He didn't make the playoffs without Phil or without a dominant low-post presence. LeBron James was going to various teams with various coaching situations and still going to finals and still won with 3 different coaches. 3 different coaches he won with. Spo, Tyronn Lue, and also what the boy named Frank Vogel. The man name rather, right? He didn't play, he didn't went to finals runs with Spo, with Ty Lue, then went to the finals with Frank Vogel, different situations. Now LeBron is over the hill because his scoring does not dictate winning the same way it once did. But at one point, you know what I know. LeBron James on your team, your ass getting to the finals. All that, he was in the East though, not the West. I guarantee you if another motherfucker was in the East doing that shit, y'all wouldn't make that comment. And it's so funny how the East all of a sudden just go, East so tough right after LeBron left. Now the East good now? Yeah, I know why it's good, because dude went over there to the West. It's good over there now because that lane is wide open and get to the finals. Even when Kyrie left and Kevin Love was not playing, he was a 16-9 guy, 17-8, right? Not great, not Minnesota K-Love. When LeBron was there with just him and K-Love and a lot of shooters and 3-and-D guys and Tristan Thompson, who was active around the rim and get tip dunks, LeBron took them to the finals. He took them to the finals then throughout the Eastern Conference. So all the Kyrie didn't play, I don't give a fuck. The Boston Celtics was playing better without Kyrie when they was in Boston. You know it and I know it. Okay? So, yeah, man, all of that, it just, nah, bruh, no way. And then a lot of the Michael Jordan fanatics, they use Kobe Bryant as the buffer between LeBron James and Mike, because they don't want LeBron at all being anywhere near. They don't even want him number 2 because they don't want him in that discussion. They don't even want him in a discussion with Mike, but they'll let Kobe be in a discussion with 2 NBA Finals MVPs and one league MVP. Really? Really, bro? Really? Come on now. Fuck on. But anyway, a lot of the Michael Jordan fanatics will say they're forcing LeBron on us. Why we gotta keep hearing about him breaking a scoring record? Because it was a record that at one point nobody in they mama's mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your daddy, your daddy's daddy, your daddy's daddy didn't think that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record was gonna get broken. But when LeBron James do the shit, it's no big deal. Let Kobe Bean Bryant would have did that. Let him would have did it. It would have been, then it would have been, oh, we gotta celebrate it. We gotta talk about it. It's something. Fuck on out of here, right? They talking about why they got to keep talking about him. Why they forcing him on us? They're forcing him on us because dude like that. He's still a face of the league. That's why he led the All-Stars in voting, fan voting, because he's still a face of the league at 38 years old. You know? So all that, oh, he ain't really that good. What was Michael Jordan doing at 38? Okay, he led the British. Listen. He wasn't putting on numbers like this at 38. He wasn't shooting and fishing like LeBron James was. I know that for a fact. Okay, I watched that Wizard shit. You know? What was Kobe Bryant doing at 38? Yeah, I know what Kobe was looking like at 38. You seen that last year he had. Woo! That last year wasn't on nothing now. Outside of that 60-point game, brother was shooting like 6 or 17 every night. And then averaging 17 a game. And to get them 17, brother got to shoot 18, 19 shots to get that 17. So, no. At 38, you know what you see in his all-time greatness. And when LeBron lead his league, the league gonna miss dude. That's it. That's all. Machiavelli Mills TV. Thank y'all for watching. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here. Peace.